Now, while I tame my unruly hair here, let me explain to you a bit about what's going to happen here. This is the first Let's Go With It live broadcast to happen in a bit. Now, this live broadcast will not last for very long. I'm aiming for midnight. So, a little over 2 hours. I could go longer. I will be awake all night and morning, but I don't want to. Although I might change my mind, it depends. Now, this broadcast, I am intending for no interruptions. We're going to be playing Liberal Crime Squad. The only game we'll be tackling, a number of people, for whatever reason, are interested in seeing me play Liberal Crime Squad, and this is a gift of sorts. However, it is imminently possible that at any moment, could be in 2 minutes, could be in 20, I will have to leave. For any length of time, could be for the entire night. I'm not expecting that to occur, but it is a possibility. That is the primary reason why I have enabled this camera, so that at any moment, if I am not communicating, you can see whether I am even anywhere by my computer at all. Because I might not have the time to provide an I'm stepping away from the keyboard message. Hence, you can look at it, see my chair, and go, oh, he's not fucking here. Right? Right. And I'm going to ask that you folks handle questions pertaining to that in the chat, should the situation arise. Got it? Good. Yes. At any rate, let's go ahead and remove this image, as well as remove the text. I am not used to playing Liberal Crime Squad in this font. However, I launched the game and I realized, my eyes have gotten significantly worse. So, I made the font bigger. It has a caveat of making the resolution bigger, so I stretch out the command window less for you folks. It's easier on my eyes, and perhaps a bit easier to peep at as well. Now, there should be no audio for you folks at all. Alright, Slacks. Fantastic. Can always count on Slacks. No guarantee that we're going to get through an entire playthrough, and heavens to Betsy, I haven't the foggiest whether I'm going to be tackling this game again at any point. I don't find it the most exciting endeavor after how thoroughly I've conquered this game. But, for now, we have this. We have each other. And I don't know. I might still be a little scatterbrained after Zerfall's 12-hour charity broadcast yesterday from 9 p.m. to 9 a.m. That was a thing. Okay. AJ2. So, those are attempts that were made, I think, during my brief broadcast of this game last year. We're going to be doing We Didn't Start the Fire, the Conservative Crime Squad starts active and extremely strong, as well as Nightmare Mode. Liberalism is forgotten, it's too late to fight. Is it too late to fight back? I may also have some difficulty keeping up with your activity and queries and comments in the chat. Again, a result of my scatterbrained aspect from Zerfall's charity broadcast. That, and after extensive headbanging there, I can feel the stiffness already rising in my neck. No compromise, classic. So, figure I'll be male. Let's randomize the name a few times. Russell Judge. Alright, I'll keep that first name. Oh, it's good. That's good. Mr. Reasoner. Howie Reasoner. I like it. I wish to choose my history, and as for location... Columbus, Ohio? Well, I mean... Wouldn't have to worry so much about air conditioning. I mean, it'd be cooler, especially than it is here. But Ohio's such a bleak place. I've spent time there. I have family up there. Pfft, no. Nah, definitely not. Certainly not Buffalo, Nashville. Okay. Salt Lake City. I mean, J2's moving back to Utah. Cleveland. I guess Ohio's meant to be. Anyway. So, going to do an atypical playthrough for me, at least for what I have typically showed off on my channel. But I will be picking my history. Insight into a revolution, my traumatic childhood. The day I was born in 1984, the Macintosh was introduced. The doctor said I was a boy. My parents named me Howie Reasoner. When I was bad, my father beat me. I learned to take a punch earlier than most. In elementary school, I was looking at OBS there, just making sure that the window was updating for you folks. I was the class clown. I even had some friends. When I turned 10, my parents divorced. Whenever I talked, they argued, so I stayed quiet. In junior high school, I played violent video games at home. I was a total outcast. Things were getting really bad, and I tried being a teacher's assistant. It just made me a target. Well, I knew it had reached a crescendo when I resorted to controlling people, had my own clique of outcasts. I was only 15 when I ran away, and I started robbing houses, rich people only. I was fed up with their crap. Life went on. On my 18th birthday, I celebrated. I'd saved $1,000. For the past few years, I've been taking college courses. I can see how much the country needs help. I live in Cleveland, Ohio, and it's about to experience real change. If you're looking for pure attributes, you'll want to pick surviving alone, just like anyone. But I'm not. Also, hello everyone joining the live broadcast. This is a Liberal Crime Squad broadcast. LCS only be going for the next 2 hours. A new conservative era. The year is 2009. Conservative President Dennis Cole ends his second term with approval ratings in the high 70s, and it is succeeded by hardcore arch-conservative Jason Wilson, with conservatives sweeping into power in the House of Representatives and Senate, and a conservative majority in the Supreme Court of the United States. Commentators are hailing it as the beginning of a new conservative era. President Jason Wilson has asked the new Congress to move quickly to rubber stamp his radical arch-conservative agenda. The left seems powerless to stop this imminent trampling of liberal sanity and justice. In this dark time, the Liberal Crime Squad is born. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with the American political system or a governmental process, how America deems left and right, liberal and conservative, different than how Europe interprets them, you might already know that. Suffice to say, without my efforts, the United States is doomed. And if the U.S. is doomed, then the world is doomed. What is my name to the people? I do like Howie Reasoner. That's pretty good. But I reckon I will stick to Grimith. Let's take a look here. Grimith here has respectable computers and teaching skills, starting off with some persuasion, and then science, stealth, writing, business, law, martial arts, and security. College courses give a well-rounded education. My primary focus, however, is computer skill for this playthrough. Intelligence is the highest starting attribute, but I do manage to have a decent amount of agility as well. How about that? Yes, let's see if we can keep both liberal arms. Now, we are in some apartment buildings right now. I do believe they are in the university district, courtesy of the fact that my character is currently taking college courses, and we have $1,200 to our name. I'm gonna fly a flag here, because why wouldn't you? It's important. Again, not used to this font size. That's throwing off my interpretation. And the status of the liberal agenda, is really bleak. All of the issues are currently in the arch-conservative section. Which, for those of you unfamiliar with Liberal Crime Squad, pretty bad. Look at all that angry red text. The world is in a horrid state. The country, really, but really the world. This is also going to be a No Mutants Allowed playthrough. You can take the time to read over those yourself if you haven't looked over them. On the off chance you've never heard of Liberal Crime Squad. It's a tongue-in-cheek political simulator RPG. Open source. Originally made by Tarn Adams, Bay 12, Dwarf Fortress. Alright, so let's go forth to stop evil just to make sure. Yes, I am in the University District. My secrecy score is 95%. Also, due to the font, I apparently have some flag artifacting here. Huh. How about that? Whatever, irrelevant. Let's go ahead and activate the Liberals here. We're going to have my sole individual here who is absolutely amazing at computers. That's an exaggeration. He's not amazing at computers, but we'll get there. And we'll do some illegal fundraising. We're going to steal credit card numbers. To steal credit card numbers, you need to have someone who has a computer skill of at least 2. The more computer skill your hacker has, the more money you will make. This activity trains computer skill. I'm in a secret enough place. Let's steal some credit card numbers and see where the road takes us. Through the power of holding down W. I won't get too crazy, though. Let's give it, say... Oh. Yes. The Conservative Crime Squad is active early and active often. The CCS, your vile counterpart. And these lines appearing here are just a consequence of the font, I think, for me not having it on its default. At any rate, it'll be fine, I'm sure. Brownies is also the worst idea, and is a great ticket to death. My character is naturally wanted for credit card fraud. Only 2 instances of it. Wink, wink. Credit card fraud doesn't really earn juice, but it earns money. We've got bags of time. The CCS strikes. The CCS is going to do everything it can to knock liberals' dicks in the dirt. That's fine. No, I haven't, Bassman. So, it's been a month. Good month, everyone. And paid $20 for a flag. We have to pay $200 to keep our apartment. We gained a lot more than that, though, in credit card fraud. Doing alright for ourselves. I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, look! We don't have any heat. It's not a big deal. Making boom dollar already and slowly working up that computer skill. We'll be making use out of it later. Equipment do I have? Nothing. Just wanted to make sure. Let's cycle through our locations, and might as well put flags everywhere. America. Yeah. In this nightmare world, I do believe flags increase secrecy by 20%. Secrecy reduces the likelihood of heat seeping out, and, you know, the bad people coming after you. We don't want the bad people to come after us. That's not important. Let's burn some time. The Conservative Crime Squad's gonna be active. The Richard Dawkins food bag. They're gonna do all sorts of crazy shit out there. It's gonna be completely irrelevant to us. We'll be fine. Don't worry about it, guys. Congress is acting on legislation to pass a possibly whole slew of liberal resolutions. But Congress itself is arch-conservative, so Congress is good. Paid $200 in rent, but I'm still making a profit. We're fine. And really, why would I even relocate? Let's stay here. This is going to be the most exciting playthrough, folks. We're setting up, and I'm demonstrating things that you can do other than going out and punching and killing 2,000 people with your fists. Conservative crime squad again. Don't worry about it, it's fine. We'll be okay. Just slowly making money. Slowly making money. We're good. We're good. Don't worry. We're fine, guys. Just relax. Just kick back. Rest your feet. I know, $200 a month in the university district, so it's right next to all the schools and classes. The Supreme Court is handing down decisions, but no change happens. A moderate is stepping down, and the moderate is replaced by an arch-conservative, meaning the Supreme Court has gotten one step closer to being completely consumed by the vile conservative menace. We'll be fine, though. Relax. We're just taking our time. It's not a big deal. No rush. We're good. We're good. Trust me, we're good. I wouldn't lie to you. Probably wouldn't lie to you. Well, let me think here. I think it's time for us to go forth to stop evil. I'm gonna head to the garment makers here. I might need a crowbar. My memory's a little rusty. Gonna need a crowbar. It was only a day, not a big deal. Let's head to Usher. Close enough. Usher, we'll call it Usher. Usher Pawn and Gun. And we'll buy some liberal tools. Now, the crowbar will give me a count of breaking and entering. So maybe I shouldn't. We gotta live dangerously, right? Gotta have a B&E charge. Credit card fraud, that's just too lame, man. Yeah. I mean, I could train up my security skill. I think I have a point of that. I mean, I guess I don't have to risk getting the breaking and entering charge, and by risk I mean I will get it. I could just, train up my security, but who has time to do things like that? Come on. We got ourselves a crowbar. We use a crowbar on the door. We are totally suspicious here in the garment makers, which is why we're going to take off the crowbar and put it in our pocket. And we're going to take off our clothes and put them in our pocket. And this disguise totally fits here at the garment makers. Just gonna walk around a bit. See what's happening. Hi guys! Come along with me. Yeah! We're just going to... Now, this is another great example of how this is an alternate playthrough. I don't recruit these scrubs. Don't do it. They are scrubs. They are absolutely not worth your time. Not worth my time. But in this dark moment, we're going to be recruiting them. So, we've got some friends already. We've got Sylvia English. We've got Luann Nielsen. Jamel Lee. Robin Scales. Paige Campbell. A Robin and a Paige. Those are most certainly proving themselves to be those gender-neutral names that confuse people. Now, you'll notice that all of these individuals whom I have rescued are society's dregs. They have negative juice. Juice determines your liberal level, which determines your attributes, or determines, level increases or decreases your attributes. And the higher your level, the higher your attributes are. So, we need to get them juiced up. Oh, we'll stick with these guys, though. I think our work here is done. I have a full group. But we'll pick up some fine cloth. We'll leave this... Yeah, we'll leave the equipment alone. Alright. So as you can see, my individual is wanted for 1 count of breaking and entering. And these individuals are illegal immigrants, which is to say that they could be deported. We'll be good. We also have a crowbar, some clothes, and some fine cloth. We don't have any equipment for the people we've rescued. They kind of had nothing. We might get them a few things. Working on it here. Okay, so gonna go ahead and take all of them out of the squad. They can stay out of the squad. And I'm going to head downtown to the McAdams apartment. And everyone else, you can be active, engage in liberal activism. You're going to perform something I seldom do, community service. Community service increases your juice score out of the negatives. It's also a legal activity. So my naked sweatshop workers are going to walk around helping the elderly. God, it's no wonder why I don't do this. Helping the elderly. Ugh, who would want to do that? Okay, so let's wait a day. I will be arriving at the apartments, and we're going to visit the landlord, and I would like to rent a room. $1,500 a month, and $1,500 now as a security deposit. I accept. Rent is due by the 3rd of every month. We'll start next month. So now we have a beautiful place right here. Gonna fly a flag, 'cause America. And assign new bases to the squad list. Let's put all these folks in the McAdams apartment. Fancy downtown apartments. And we'll go ahead and... Why am I blanking right now? I have no idea why I'm blanking right now. Doesn't matter. We'll be fine. Let's go ahead and get back to raising money. Now, all of them should be around to put in the squad. Sweet. Put the crowbar there. Let's go ahead and move equipment to this apartment location. And how are you folks doing on juice? All of you are still pretty rubbish. That's okay. We have time. Give it a few days. Conservative crime squad struck. Whatever. And society's dregs here, they're no longer that. They're now sweatshop workers, slowly digging themselves out of a juice hole. Close? We'll just give it that many days. Everyone's fine, and now you can see they are civilians. And their attribute scores have most certainly improved, despite them doing nothing but community service. So, now that we know that, what kind of potential do we have here? Well, we have a bunch of tailorers. That's what we have. Tailoring people. Wonderful, right? It's just what I always wanted. There's some decent scores. Paige here isn't that bad at all. Her intelligence score is complete garbage. Huh. Huh. So, Paige here was not the best sweatshop worker, but, you know, if you wanted to do some combat things with Paige, not bad starting attributes there. 10 heart, 10 health, 10 agility. You could work with that. The 1 intelligence, that's gonna make teaching you shit a pain in the ass, Paige. A complete pain in the ass. Like a real pain in the ass. Like I might drop you like a sack of bricks. Okay. Anyway. They're all cleared out of this. So, what I want to do now is, use my incredible amount of cash. And we're going to have you teach other liberals. We're going to teach them infiltration. And you all are going to... I think you just learn things. So we're fine. Yeah, we'll be fine. I obviously don't need them to teach. Hold on. If I tell you to teach things, there's no question mark. Yeah, I want them to learn. And you folks are just gonna do nothing, really. You're gonna... I mean, I guess I can have you make clothes, though I don't really even care about you making clothes. Steal credit card numbers despite your lack of computer skill. I don't even care. You'll eventually learn it, and you're gonna teach infiltration. We'll give it some time. Oh, the conservative crime squad was active at the White House. How about that? Made a slight profit. Made a slight profit. We're good, everyone. Now our characters are getting some computer skill. They aren't getting any juice because credit card fraud isn't really something that gains you juice. They're learning stuff, though. That's good. And my character, he's imparting his skills, namely his computer skill. We'll give it some time. Ah, that was actually a longer blurb we could have read and enjoyed. Damn. It's fine. We'll give it a month. Network news station. Alright. Still making that paper, despite the training costs. And now our characters, except for Paige here, have a decent computer skill. Paige really can't learn a damn thing. It's a shame, Paige. We'll be fine. So, that's been done. Now, all of them can get on with that hacking nonsense. And they can scoop in some sweet well, not hacking, but credit card fraud. They can handle that on their own just fine, because they've been taught. Meanwhile, the head honcho here is going to, gonna go take some classes in locksmithing. At the cost of $60 a day. So how much did that get in a day? Decent amount. We'll just let time pass. Seasons change. Uh-oh. Looks like I lost my frames there. That broadcast probably hiccuped. You'll be fine. Another month passed, and Congress is acting on legislation. Again, Congress is consumed by arch-conservatives, so they're not going to pass bills. The public simply don't care enough to pressure Congress into making changes right now. And I'm going to let my liberal here continue to learn. Oh. Also, well-known AM radio personality Sergio Swanson went off for 15 minutes in an inexplicable rant 2 nights ago during the syndicated radio program Straight Talk. Swanson's monologue for the evening began the way that fans had come to expect, with attacks on the liberal media establishment and the elite liberal agenda. But when the radio icon said, "and the Greys are going to take over the planet in the end times," a former fan of the show, Miles Gacy, knew that my old idol had maybe gone a little off the deep end. After that, it just got worse and worse. Swanson issued an apology later in the program, but the damage might already be done. According to a poll completed yesterday, fully half of the host's most loyal supporters have decided to leave the program for saner pastures. That's a random event aiding the liberal agenda from what little it can. Meanwhile, the conservative crime squad has struck the university hospital, but everyone in the CCS group was arrested or killed. We'll deal with the CCS in our own time. But that time isn't now. Close to security of 5. It's not a whole lot of security. Also, how we looking here? Fantastic. No heat. It's what I expected. Want you to continue learning locksmithing. Until we get that security level up to 5. I could do a bit more. We'll be fine. Next up, why don't we have you learn some theater. Yeah. Sweet. The events took place at the Travel. Ring of Fire. The Ohio River caught on fire again. Disguise skill. Decent enough. The elections are being held, by the way. This is the chance for popular vote to strike and get some changes passed that Congress won't vote for. However, the people really don't give a damn about change right now. Bleak times. Bleak times. But we're making money hand over fist. That's all that matters. Money. That's a totally elite liberal stance, right? Yeah. Let another month pass. Continuing to make money in our beautiful locale. Disguise skill is so close to 4, but I want it up a bit higher. CCS is continuing to be active. Policemen took down an individual. Never happened. The police have beaten a black man in Los Angeles again. This time the incident is taped by a passerby and saturates the news. Paige here. I don't even know why I'm trying with Paige. Paige doesn't have any charges because Paige has completely been unsuccessful the whole process. And the reason why Paige has been completely unsuccessful the whole process is because Paige has an intelligence score of 1. You need a minimum score of 2 in computers, so effectively, instead of having a full squad of 6, it's like I have a squad of 5 here. But why don't we let Paige pretend to help, right? It's not Paige's fault, you understand? No, glass brain. Those are conservative words. Retarded. That is inappropriate. And you need re-education to reshape your mind to a more liberal way of thinking. Anywho, we'll keep going until the new year. Okay, so tons of money. All of the money. Yes. That was completely necessary. But we always need more money. The security disguise skill, it's getting there to 5. And I'm going to keep going until it does get there to 5. So it might be another month. It's not going to be another month. I see that the skill already increased. Here's a tip for how to read the interface. So, this is how many skill points you have. The 35 here, to the right. The second number is what your skill level is with your current weapon equipped. For example, Luann Nielsen there has a skill rating of 1 with hand-to-hand. We take a look here, martial arts is at 1. Then you have what weapon you're wielding, your armor, your health score, which will degrade based on the damage you take, and your transportation. By accessing a number, I can get a better readout of an individual character, their various attributes, which affect different things, and their top skills. Like so. Anyway. That's enough disguise skill for now, I think. We need to do something else. Let's do something else. Let's, you. Lead man. Why don't you... Well, actually, out of curiosity. Oh, there is some mild teaching in there. That's not a problem. I want my character himself to make clothing. I know I have all those people who can make clothes for him, but I want him to be self-sufficient, you understand? Now, for everyone else, I want you to make clothing, too. Huh. And I'm looking at armor. But I don't want to, make that right now, due to its expense. So let's find something like, say, that cheap suit there that'll be extremely difficult. Let's start blowing through some of our cash that we have, folks. Alright, alright. Something that's extremely difficult for you that's not an elephant or a donkey suit does not appear to be the case. So, you can go ahead and make cheap suits, too. Yeah, cheap suits for everyone! Robin, you can, also do that. Make some police uniforms. And Paige, Paige, you can take the day off. Yeah. So this will take longer to click through. And I won't be the most precise at when people level up their tailoring skills. All I'm going to do is keep track of my character there. Like, say, for example, he's leveled up tailoring now, as he's made, or attempted to make, a series of togas. So let's have him make something else. Let's have him make something that's extremely difficult, like, say, a cheap dress. And again, I'll just keep an eye strictly on my character. Don't really care about the tailoring skill progress of anyone else. I have tons of money. It's not a big deal. Next, I'm going to have you make a clown suit. You could always need a clown suit, right? I mean, why wouldn't you? Clown suits are very important. Yep. Do. Now we're going to shift to... police uniforms is fine, and why don't we take a look at everyone else? For the clothing that I'd like for you to make, you can stick to cheap suits. You can stick to cheap suits. You can move on to black suits, because I most certainly want a first-rate black suit. You can have the cost of tailoring by acquiring fine cloth from garment makers. That's not necessary, though, with the amount of money I have. We're good. You can also, I think it's the cheap dress, or maybe it's the black dress. A few of the clothes you can reasonably turn a profit off of making as well, even without fine cloth, I think. But that's not the playstyle I've gone for. Yes, old dragon. The clown suit! So, make cheap suits as well. And Paige... I mean, I guess I could send Paige to learn something. Paige, why don't you learn... things? What do I want you to learn, Paige? Why don't you be our driver, Paige? I think that's actually a good idea. Paige should drive. That way, you know, Paige can get out of the McAdams apartments and do something. Don't want to keep Paige all cooped up. It'd be rude. Conservative Crime Squad did something. We're wasting materials and doing things. Okay, that's fine. Next, I want you to make cheap suits. Fine with me. Lots of cheap suits. Cheap suits for everyone. And I'll show you my equipment once I'm done tailoring things. We're going to transfer now to... yeah, we'll stick with cheap suits. We've got bags of money, folks. We're totally good. Congress is acting on legislation. Not really. The people are still firmly entrenched in arch conservatism. And yes, you shitlords need to learn the proper genders. Paige is male and identifies as male. Robin is male, identifies as male. Come on. No gender fluidity here. Release your conservative bred stereotypes about what a name has to mean for gender. And move on. Anyway. Doing good, Paige. Doing good. You're gonna be a great driver for us. It's not a bad skill to have. We might be doing some driving in our futures. I know, Ezio. Since I learned that word on Saturday night, and I was talking with Lethal about it during Zerfall's broadcast, I read it in a place and I went, huh. And I showed him a thing that was in context. Learned so much. Let's go ahead and continue to craft the most exciting of things. Actually, your tailoring skill is maxed. All of your tailoring skills are maxed except for Robin's. So with that in mind, you guys can actually get back to stealing credit card numbers. Except for you. And you can also continue to make clothes. Jamel, with a tailoring skill of 9, I want you to make the best stuff. I think I'm gonna have you make some anti-fire bunker gear. I think that'll do. Yeah, that'll do for what our purposes are. Jamel is being entrusted with making anti-fire bunker gear, which will eat through our money faster. Armed citizen saves lives. In a surprising turn, a hurting spree. This is what happens when free speech is arch-conservative. Euphemisms are used. And the time passes faster, but at least, you know, we're trying to earn some money. We've got our credit card fraud going. We'll pass some more time. I'm sure enough bunker suits have been made now, and bunker gear, no, not enough of the quality I like, which is the best quality. But boy, do we have a various array of worthwhile clothes. Probably could have phrased that sentence better. No matter. What's important here is that if we ever need disguises for any reason, we have them. What I care about is at least one black suit, and I want that bunker gear. For no reason. None. Nope. So Jamel, Robin's done. You can get back to raising money. Jamel, we have, no. You're continuing to fail. But it is a challenge for you, Jamel. I understand. How safe is it to steal cars? Depends on your security skill. I don't think it's any trouble to buy cars, though, because money's not that difficult to come by. It's basically your preference on what you want to do. Jamel, you're working on it, Jamel. I have the utmost faith in you. Oh, there was a tinky-winky thing that popped up. And so many of you are complaining, like, well, not complaining, but noting the fact that 5 of these 6 liberals have been naked for, like, the past 6 months despite all these clothes. Do you have a problem with nudity? Do you have, like, some insecurities you need to address here in this playthrough of Liberal Crime Squad? Is there a problem? Like, the conservative hatreds built into your feeble minds, causing you to rise in outrage or giggling in tee-hee? They have all those clothes there. They are choosing not to wear them. Look, folks, we're only in Ohio. We're We're in a high-rise of apartment building, the 6 of us. Warmth, or the lack thereof, is not an issue. We're paying $1,500 in rent per month for this place. It's not a big deal. You people. Also, Jamel, I am enjoying how you are wasting all those materials. And by enjoying, I mean, maybe my character needs to help you a bit. And by help you, I mean, he'll take care of it himself, how about? And, you get on with more important things, like making money. Paige is still attending classes. Paige has got a driving skill of 4, but Paige can learn more. It's not like Paige would... You see? That's how you do it, Jamel. Bam! Potato salad. That's the 6 we need. Good. And now, people will wear the bunker gear. The bunker gear, the bunker gear. That's what we needed to do. Next thing I'm gonna do is go back to earning money. Well, actually, you all get out of the squad. We're gonna go forth to stop evil at the Oubliette. That's the place where I can sell things, right? No, it's the pawn store. Silly Grimith. Yes. Sell something. I want to pawn selectively. We don't need the clothes. I miss being able to press enter in all the things being sold. And we're gonna sell just about everything we've got here, but I did want to pawn selectively. Because I didn't want to sell every single thing. And this will help us recoup some of the expenses that we had in making all of these clothes. Fantastic. Bunker gear provides all-over protection. It also has some flame resistance, as it is what the firemen wear. Firemen, of course, use flamethrowers, which can eviscerate you pretty nicely. Really, weaponry in general can eviscerate you pretty nicely, but those flamethrowers are wicked sick. That was fun. We have some money now. How did I put everyone in the squad again? I think this will be enough money. Next place we're gonna do is next thing we're gonna do is go to Greg Inking's used cars. We're gonna get a liberal car. We're gonna get ourselves a sports car. We're get it in. We gotta blend in with the menace. Let's get it black, the color of my soul. Yeah. And capitalize the letter to designated driver, which will be Paige. Paige is continuing to learn how to drive us all effectively, and Paige shall be a great driver indeed. Anyway, now that we've spent some money, let's go make some more money. That was fun and all, right? Yeah. Let's build the reserves back up. Conservative crime squad has struck. They've been known to do that. We'll be fine. Passed by a month. Yeah, look at how much money we're making. I'm Firekin. 1984 firemen. No! Fahrenheit 451. 451 firemen. 1984 firemen. You mean like dystopian firemen? Come on. Anyway. Supreme Court is handing down decisions, but of course there's 6 arch-conservatives sitting there, so it's not like they care. Also, the game should be making saves, yes, whenever those months pass. Good. Hey, heaven forbid the game crash. It's crashed before. It's okay, Frankie Peanuts. We need to juice up. Gonna need some juice. Why don't we get some of that? We're going to hack networks here. I only need to hack with 1 character. But why not hack with 5 characters? Paige, poor Paige, with 1 intelligence. You just keep learning how to drive, honey. Currently doing great on the heat. And, let's get ourselves some juice. Now, already you can see that we have become activists. Yes, except for Paige. Paige is not going to be able to earn any juice while being a part of this. Paige is going to get juiced up in other ways. Which means that, as a result of ranking up, our attribute scores have increased. And skills that were previously maxed out are no longer maxed out. Evil man, SKS has no interest in playing the game. I can't play people who have no interest in playing games. You should play J2 in chess. J2 doesn't want to play chess. Just an example. So let's go ahead and let some time tick by. Hacking does have a juice cap. I can't remember exactly what it is. However, our individuals are so good at it. You know, they're acquiring those counts of hacking, except for Paige, who's completely sinless, right? That, they're managing to succeed rather well. And we've skipped by some ranks already, because I've been pressing W so many times. Now our characters are revolutionaries. Yes, I do believe there is a rank at 50 and then a rank at 100, which means those attribute levels are higher than ever. Synaptic Static. I got the Queen DLC for chess. Now I have 17 pieces on my side. Doing good, except for Paige. Paige has limitations. I can also recruit more people if I so chose. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. But for now, no. Nice. Conservative Crime Squad struck again at the White House. And we're going to relocate after this month. You can see we're actually acquiring some heat here. Due to the fact that I am hacking with so many people instead of just 1 person. We're all at 200 juice, except for my character here, 202. I believe 200 is the cap. For hacking purposes. We're all urban commandos. Which is spiffy. We've also acquired some information which can be utilized, if we so desired, to bring low the evil conservative menace. And maybe we will. What do I want to do here now? Okay, abandoned cement factory. Fortify it for a siege. Place security cameras. Place booby traps. Ring the compound with tank traps. Buy a generator. Buy a printing press. Set up a business front. Stockpile rations. That should be sufficient. But why settle for sufficient? Good. Everyone. Time to relocate. Let's move equipment to the walk. Now, instead of building up tons of more money, I am expediting the process. This is a live broadcast, damn it. Close to an hour through this time here. Yeah, it's perfectly legal anti-aircraft gun, courtesy of the laws in existence right now. And we are going to go forth and stop evil. The Coleman Walk Buffet, which should properly relocate us. Yes, it does. Fantastic. Now that we're here, everyone, get the gist going back to raising money. You, of course, will keep learning how to drive, except for this character here, who's going to continue to hack. That's not how we do things at all, Grimith. Let's try this again. Hacking. Yes. And my character will continue to knock down things. My other characters will continue to make money, and Paige will continue to spend those sweet, sweet, delicious shekels. Hacking with bunker gear on. I know, right? And we're gonna... Right for Liberal Guardian, I think you just have to have someone here, but let's have my character write for it. And we're gonna go ahead and publish some cable news memos. The Liberal Guardian runs a story featuring cable news memos, calling their news the vanguard of conservative thought. The major networks and publications take it up and run it for weeks. This is bound to get the conservative masses a little riled up. Now, free speech is currently in arch conservative mode. It's not a joke. Free speech is illegal. Well, it's not really, as you might accept it to be. And in this current state, in our arch-conservative nightmare world, firefighters are firemen. And they are tasked with putting an end to harmful speech. The Liberal Guardian is a great way to aggravate them. We'll be fine. Probably. We want them to come. Yes, there is flag murder as well. We're not going to murder any flags. Probably. The clothes you wear don't affect your skills. Maybe some of the really black clothes, like the turtleneck and the ninja suit do. I think they just help stealth rather than outright increasing it. Instead, what they can do is, they can serve as disguises, helping you blend in locations, and they can provide armor points. Bunker gear provides body armor completely, like across the body, considering what it is. And it also provides some fire protection as well. Anyway, we got some goodies. Let's go ahead and take everyone out of the squad so that they can do their own things. My character here is going to go back to the pawn and gun. I'm going to sell some stuff. I want to sell some of these memos. Well, let's sell the secret corporate files. I don't want to rile them up too much, and I do need some money. But we'll keep the AM radio memos and the cable news memos, just in case. Actually, let's do it like that. Yeah. Get some money. We're going to buy some liberal weapons here. I like M16s. Why wouldn't you like M16s? America. Let's go ahead and buy 6 of those. We also need to buy some liberal clips, because why wouldn't we? To use our completely legal guns. That many. And let's go ahead and equip everyone. Oops. There we go. Everyone's got as many clips as they can have. Mechanically speaking, I don't think there's any difference between the M16s and the AK-47s. It's been some time since I've dived into the LCS code. I think they have mechanically the same values. Maybe they have like a slightly different percentage to like get their triple hits, but I can't remember for sure. Beats me. Oh, that's good. We're all fully equipped. We can't load those guns until we get into some activity. I expect the activity to come. We've got a little bit of heat here, courtesy of the fact that we do have some hacking charges. It's a thing. We'll be fine. Yeah, we'll be good. Probably. Yeah, we'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Let's go ahead and get back to hacking. And once again build up the reserve of cash. We don't have any sleepers to help alarm us about things. Up! Screaming fire engines pull up to the Coleman Walk Buffet. Armored firemen swarm out, pilot lights burning. You hear a screeching voice over the sound of fire engine sirens. Surrender yourselves! Unacceptable speech has occurred at this location. Come quietly, and you will not be harmed. So be it. You are about to engage conservative forces in battle. You will find yourself at the Liberal safe house, and it will be swarming with conservative units. The Liberal Crime Squad will be located far from the entrance of the safe house. It is your task to bring your squad out to safety, or fight off the conservatives within the perimeter. Either way you choose, any equipment from the safe house which isn't held by a Liberal will be scattered about the compound. Save what you can. You might notice your squad has filled out the 6 members if any were available. If you have a larger pool of Liberals, they will be traveling behind the squad. There is a new button reorganize, which reflects this. Squad members in the back with firearms can provide cover fire. If you have at least 6 people total, then 6 must be in the squad. If less than 6, then they all must. Your security cameras let you see units on the map. Your traps will harass the enemy, but not the squad. Press any key to confront the conservative aggressors. Okay, so I fully stalked out this location. It is full of traps. Those are red icons there. I'm pretty sure because I've increased the font, the symbols have not properly translated. They are the enemy, and they will move around. These dollar signs are piles of loot we've had here at the safe house. These exclamation points are traps. If an enemy bumbles into those traps, great pain is in store for them. And they will bumble into those traps. I can see fully within this locale, courtesy of my cameras. Now, we don't have... Oh, I see we also auto-load the gun. We don't have any skill with our guns. We're hoping to get on-the-job training without too much fuss. It's possible that we could suffer some deaths, and my leader could very well die. I'm banking on that not happening. But due to the lack of skill, it's a possibility. Thankfully, these guns are pretty powerful. So we took care of that group. This safe house layout to get enemies to bumble the traps is pretty shoddy. Just due to the location where we spawned, I don't much care for this safe house. Unfortunately, it's what we got. It is going to be a pain in the ass to properly get as many groups as I can here. Let's see what I can do about chasing away these guys. Now, the traps have thoroughly disabled these firemen. They are not made of stern enough stuff to survive the horrid traps. There are a few conservatives who can survive the traps and still fight back. But not so for these firemen. LCS also provides the advantage of allowing the liberals to act first in any situation. A rather wonderful delight. At any rate, it's going to be difficult for these two up here to bumble into some traps. But I've got all the time in the world. Let's hold down the S key for a bit. See? Bumble to some traps up there. You'll eventually wander around into the good stuff. And sure, we could leave. But I have no intention of leaving. You have every intention of pissing me off. Ha. Welp, some new enemies arrived. Ah, look at me dance. Fuck it. This is actually the worst decision I could have made. You can see how it's much harder to kill these folks whenever they are not stopped by whenever they're not stopped by the traps. Thankfully, we had bunker gear, and that was the last group we needed to crush. And you can see we did suffer some wounds indeed. We were fine. We also got some flamethrowers. Yeah. Let's go ahead and strip off the clothes. Some of the bunker gear is damaged. And some of it is bloodied. I do believe some of these characters have first aid. Yes, 2 of them do. 3 of them do. Paige has first aid? Alright, you can also see that Paige actually got some level up in intelligence. Her attributes are lowered right now, though, courtesy of the fact that she is wounded. Wounds beyond lightly wounded will reduce attribute levels. Shh. I too have to suffer the weight of conservativity. Anyway, let's go ahead and tend to some injuries. If you can. If you can't, why don't you learn about first aid? You too, Paige. Yeah. We'll give it a day or 2. Good job, everyone. Go ahead and write for the Liberal Guardian. Now, you'll notice that we killed over a dozen firemen, right? Completely murdered governmental employees. What don't you see on the list of crimes here? Yes! Murder! No murder. Didn't murder anyone. Firemen walked in. Firemen didn't walk out. No murder. No murder. No heat. No crime. Nothing bad happened. Absolutely, completely self-defense castle doctrine. Despite the fact that they were government employees performing their civic duty. We kicked the shit out of them. There were plenty of witnesses in the people who ran away. Anyway, yes. Let's go ahead and have you... Everyone who does have some tending to injuries, including you, Paige. We gotta make everyone better. Make people better. We're also gonna need to repair some of this bunker gear when we get a chance. Anyway, next month, let's publish some research papers. The Liberal Guardian runs a story featuring research papers showing human test subjects dying under genetic research. The major networks and publications take it up and run it for weeks. Dun 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 dun. Everyone tend to each other's injuries. Oh no! Screaming fire engines pull up to the Coleman Walk buffet. Armored firemen swarm out, pilot lights burning.
Surrender yourselves! Unacceptable speech has occurred at this location. Come quietly and you will not be harmed.
Amusingly enough, oops. You can't, I wonder if there's a way past that. No, I can't edit your equipment in here. I was trying to see if I could find a way to equip Robin and Paige with damaged bunker gear. But, oh well. They will have to be in the buff with all the flame going about. And some of our characters are wounded. I could have relocated, but no. But no. We may prevail. Despite everything. I can also run around and pick up some loot and maybe find some bunker gear. We'll see. Let's go ahead and escape or engage. This is a better layout. Let's see if I can find some bunker gear laying about. And maybe not bumble into some non-trapped firemen, yeah? There's one guy up there who hasn't been hit by a trap. He could possibly surround me. Or he could pincer me. And I'm not too interested in being pincered. Did we get one? That'll do. Something's better than nothing there. You'll notice it's much easier to hit these firemen whenever they have been trapped and heavily crushed, as they have been. You can also see that there's some damage on the map here from where flamethrowers were used. How about that? The map saving that, huh? It's pretty cool, right? Anyway, I'm under no hurry. More firemen can flood in. We've got bags of time. You know what? We got so much money. Everyone reload. Good. The problem solved itself over here. How's it going, guys? Oh, no! The conservative automatons have been driven back. Unfortunately, you will never truly be safe from this filth until the liberal agenda is realized. And that was that. Anyway, we can all go back to tending to our own injuries now. Slowly improving our first aid skills. There we go. Everyone's better. You folks need to repair some clothing. And you get back to hacking. Also, it appears that Evil Man has been timed out. Why not, Slaxor? Good work, Slaxor. I can see in a log of the reasons why people get timed out. Doesn't bother me. Anyway, back to the action. People are repairing various equipment. I kind of butchered that sentence, didn't I? Keep going, guys. There we go. There will be no White House raiding. The Conservative Crime Squad is doing that just fine by themselves. No need for that in this playthrough. Okay, everyone is good. We've got fully repaired bunker gear. You'll notice that the anti-fire bunker gear label is so long that it overrides the skill labeling. That'll be good enough. Everyone get back to stealing credit card numbers. Except for you, Paige. Paige could actually learn some computer skill now. She does have 1 point. Or he does have 1 point. See, I fall victim to the name labeling, too. These are dark times. I could just fix the problem by fixing the gender label. But, we'll keep it as it is. Lost my train of thought again. Keep learning how to drive. Spread videos of racist brutality. Doing all sorts of crazy things. Uncovered information on dangerous research. CCS was active at the shopping. And why don't we publish some judges' corrupt evidence? The Liberal Guardian runs a story with evidence of a conservative judge promising conservative rulings in exchange for appointments. The major networks and publications take it up and run it for weeks. I know, Old Dragon, not the shopping! No! This is the worst. So, how we all doing? Still have our 2% heat there. It's low-fat milk. Not as low as I would prefer. I like 1%. But no matter. Anywho, Paige still has no crimes to his record. It's pretty nice, right? Everyone else has a criminal record. The most powerful thing that that Grimith is wanted for here, Mr. Reasoner, is harmful speech. Bigger than hacking, bigger than breaking and entering. Serious business. Let's keep it going. We need more money, just in case. Need a reserve. Bankroll of cash. A screeching truck pulls up the Coleman Walk Buffet. Conservative Crime Squad members pour out of the truck and shoot in the front door. The CCS found me. Alright, CCS. Don't give up to the Conservative Crime Squad. Don't do it. It's a bad idea. F and G are so close together, too. You could be like, oops! No! No, I'm not burning the flag. You can burn the flag in your own playthroughs. Speaking of which, I'll make a backup copy of the save in case I accidentally press G at any point when I don't mean to do something. Let's go do it! Fight the CCS! And I like the trap layout here. It's not bad. How did the Conservative Crime Squad find me? Any theories? CCS. CCS, could show up at any point. Just say, fuck your couch! Wham! More specifically, I don't remember the exact coding. It's possible that, considering, the level that they're at, they might be able to find you just fine, even if you don't do a damn thing to trigger them. But if you do any criminal records, or if you have any heat score at all, I think that pretty much seals the deal, that they can get an inkling of where you are and come after you. We're going to wait for the CCS to stop being in the first few rooms and maybe walk on down a bit. If more of them need to spawn, that's fine. They can take their time. I have an S key here. Just keep holding it down. Got bags of time. Hello. Better dead than liberal. Ho, 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 ho! I've never seen one of these CCS team leaders before. This CCS team leader gives no fucks. Huh. And CCS team leader's dodge skill is so high. Okay. I can't deal with one of those. Woo! Lost 2. Okay. If all of them have team leaders, I got a problem. Paige's blood loss has been stymied. No, we don't have enough skill at all to hit one of those characters. We're gonna have to wait for more of them to come into traps, which could take a while. Wasn't expecting the CCS, but I'm not surprised. Those CCS team leaders, though, I don't remember them at all. Then again, I hadn't played 4.07, the entire 4.07 brand that much. I haven't really played LCS much at all for the past few years. This came out in 2013, I think. Maybe they did some stuff in 2014. At any rate, nah, I don't remember them at all. Okay. We'll try again. If all of these groups have CCS team leaders, gonna have to chalk this run off to a loss. Maybe I can hurt them by taking off my weapons and trying to hand-to-hand them, but I severely doubt that. I'd have to escape. Alternatively, the CCS team leader could be hit by the traps. Huh. Huh. Not a good sign. Nope. Not a good sign at all. Country boy there is kicking ass. Holy crap. Okay. Huh. I did say we weren't gonna win. Alright. No, you can't heal during the fights. The best you can do is stop blood loss. No one's around to martyr people, though I don't think that's going to be an issue. These traps aren't effectively disabling the groups well enough for my characters with practically no rifle skill to take them down. Which is not something I've ever experienced before. The whole matrix dodging mechanic is something that's still novel to my mind anyway, as I haven't spent much time playing Liberal Crime Squad while it's been in existence. Alright, I don't have faith in me attempting to escape at all, even if I do make it to the top. I still gonna have to, like, freaking run, I think. I'm in group. I'm just gonna hold down the S key, see more of them bumble in the traps, and hopefully see groups that are disabled. Grimith and Jamel here do have some benefits in that they're sort of shielded by the characters that they're carrying, so it's possible that gunfire could attack them. No, we can't try out flamethrowers. Whenever your base is assaulted, all of the equipment that's not on your squad get scattered across your base. You could possibly get the flamethrowers in some of the loot piles. However, there's only one loot pile between myself and the enemies. There's no could if it's not an option. There is no retreat. I'm stuck in a building. And no, that's it. Ta-da! Reflect on your conservative ineptitude. We need a slogan. And then the game auto-closes. Just like that. Now, for demonstrative purposes, I did just make a copy of that save. This is something that you can do if you have sleepers around, or you could engage in the nefarious activity of saving games and then keeping the saves. Whenever I played through this, I kept backup saves of every episode, just in case of like a recording crash. I could go back and... Oh, what was that founder bug that happened in one of the playthroughs? Shit, I can't remember which playthrough it was. Where I did that and I sent like the save copy. I think I uploaded it to Curses? I can't remember. But I basically just like rolled back because the game just went herder. Any rate, a demonstration is... So, the Conservative Crime Squad is, we think, gonna attack soon. I don't remember which day it was. Actually, didn't I make the backup when it was this day? No, whatever. Any rate, what you can do in those situations is, and this helps if, like, sleepers get locked on so they can inform you about things, and you can have sleepers in the CCS network. It's one of the ways you find them and deal with them. What you can end up doing is, you get your feedback, and you can relocate to a different place. Alternatively, what you can do, and I would certainly recommend doing this, especially if you start pissing off conservatives regularly, and I was just antagonizing the firemen, but swap safe houses every 2 to 3 weeks, really after every assault. If the police can't find you, despite constant effort and looking, and the CCS will continue to try to track you down, no matter what, until you deal with them, then your heat sort of dissipates and goes away. So that's an option. So just hop around from safe house to safe house. Make sure you've got a lot of places that you can go to and sequester yourself. Anyway, that was for demonstrative purposes only. You can certainly back up copies of your saves, and I've done plenty of that just fine. Back whenever I was learning the game... God, LCS has been out for a long time, hasn't it? And for each of my video series, I made backup copies of every episode. But, not doing that for these purposes. So, what happened in this playthrough? Just in case you had a sandwich, or made some cookies, or whatever transpired. The style of play here revolves around acquiring, a core group, but you can acquire as many people as you want. I just don't like dealing with... I didn't even notice that. Out crime squatted. I have never seen that before. Fucking train. Anyway, yes. The style revolves around... Money isn't an issue in this game. There's many ways for you to earn money, which are certainly safer than you attempting to sell brownies or really doing any sort of street activism at all. Having a founder with a decent computer skill, strong starting computer skill as well as teaching skill, allows you to work quickly with a group of of society's dregs, the scum of the earth that you pick up and rescue from the garment makers, and turn them into viable members. Your primary problem with them is that they won't have any combat skills. No guns. No martial arts. No dodging. And only Paige was the really one who had strong agility score besides my founder. And we didn't have any gun skill at all. So we actually fought effective combatants, which in this case was the conservative crime squad raiding us. That's when shit met the fan. Since the traps, maybe my queries and hopes for the trap power to be toned down were answered after all, right? Because that was something that I championed for on the forums. How easy it was for traps to completely deal with everything. Anywho, the goal is to do that. You can deal with the firemen quite easily. There's a way for you to deal with the conservative crime squad, which I haven't done in my videos, and I think it's one of the newer things, because I haven't done it all myself. I've only heard about it. Whereby, or maybe I have. You know, I can't fucking remember. Where you can hack the Intelligence HQ, the Ministry of Love, I think it's labeled. And you can actually get like a list of like all of the people who back the CCS, and you can publish that in the Liberal Guardian, and it shuts down the Conservative Crime Squad. And once you do that, you don't have to worry about the CCS. You can keep batting the firemen away, keep publishing articles, and you can claw the world out of the horrors of arch conservatism. Or at least that's what I was attempting to execute. And then the CCS executed me. Yes, your illegal immigrants that you rescue can be deported instead of being stored in jail. And you can lose them forever. I think they get stored in jail for a little bit before they're deported. I don't remember. But anyway, that was actually a run-through where I didn't see any death squad officers at all. It's rare for me. So, in the limited amount of time we have before I'm going to end this live broadcast, half hour, let's do it again. No, you need to select the game. Mr. Reasoner. I really like that name. That was a good name. We're gonna have to settle for no. Yeah, alright. CBEADEACC. Same loadout. Same premise. Fly a flag. Activate. Steal credit card numbers. Kinky winky. Oil crunch. How about that? Kiss. God damn it. New jobs. The car really can't get much What was your name? Alright. Well, that was a good half year, everyone. Yeah. Let's go ahead and choose all sorts of locations just to put flags there. Let's go forth to stop evil to the Weston Apartments. Hey, I want to buy a place. Cool. Let's put a flag there, because America. And keep stealing credit card numbers. We got packs of time. At any rate, there's not that much pressure for you pushing the liberal agenda at the start of the game. You've got, well, maybe they've changed this. 10, 15 years before you're under serious threat for game loss? Perhaps even 2 decades. And you're probably going to attempt to change something within that time. So, no pressure. I don't earn as much money stationed here, courtesy of the fact that it costs more money to have this place. But I'm making do with what I have. Alright, let's go ahead and get myself a crowbar. Tool, crowbar. Garment makers. The Ogden garment makers. Go ahead and strip down. Use a crowbar on the door. Walk in. Release the oppressed. Ha! Sure. So 2 Tyrones walk into a garment maker's. It'd be great if they were all like Tyrone. Oh, damn. Wanted to rescue those people. Made a mistake. There we go. Alright. I'll leave the equipment alone. We'll just walk away. So we have Grimith, Tyrone, Agatha, Gary, Manuel, and Jennifer. No Robin and no Paige. They're going to resolve their issues, and I'll just leave my primary character in the buff. They're going to go engage in some community service. Again, that resolves negative juice. Elections are being held. Lots of propositions on the table. However, I have not motivated the public at all to give a damn. Well, Savage, I'm hoping the low intelligence digs itself out of the dirt whenever these people break down to 0 juice. And indeed. Jennifer is the least intelligent, but even then she's got a 3. The attributes aren't as amazing on any of them as they were with Paige, though. Paige truly was an amazing sweatshop worker. He will be missed. A great servant of the cause. But that's all in the past. Let's go ahead and give these folks what I should have been doing, is actually teaching them some covert ops while they were busy repairing their reps. Oh well. Why don't you guys learn some stuff? I think we're gonna try to play this one a bit safer. I think I learned my lesson. Well, not learned my lesson, I just learned that the game is more lethal than what I thought it was, which does please me. I'm more interested in the game. These health scores are really rubbish. So are the agility scores.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
Let's go! Spend the money. They've got a power and a force that you've never seen before. Alright. Good. We got some dodge thrown in there now. That's what I was teaching them. Dodge skill is what allows you to do the crazy matrix dodge shit to move away from bullets. It's not bad. Of course, my lead character doesn't have it. You'll probably get some of that at some point before I start inciting everyone and their mother. Okay. Anywho, everyone's got enough. No, Jennifer doesn't. Jennifer's learning rate is impaired by the maximum attribute here. The higher the attribute score and the lower the skill, the faster you'll learn skill levels. It's a problem. That's why Tyrone here has computer skill of 5.18. Maybe he started with some. And Jennifer here has a computer score of 1.59. Not impressive. But it's time to put these folks to work. No, 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 no. Don't you sell brownies. Just go learn just some gymnastics then while we get some more money. The World Peas Museum was assaulted. Okay. Let's go back to teaching them computer skill. Yeah. Okay, Jennifer. She's got maximum dodge. Okay. Jennifer, you have an agility score of 3, so you aren't really a great driver. Not that we utilize driving at all anyway, which is a pity. But all the preparation can go just like that, right? Not a problem. It's a learning experience. Feedback. What do I want you to do then? Fuck it. Just go to that, both of you. I don't feel like microing it any further. There we go. Reagan flawed. Alright. Now, with computer skill, as amazing as it is for you folks, it's time for us to earn the boon dollar. Also, by the way, Happy New Year. It was last month. New jobs! Palatial estates. Decadent dining. Money, money, money. The American dream. A new show glamorizing the lives of the rich begins airing this week. With the nationwide advertising blitz, it's bound to be popular. A month passed. Not that that was a big deal. And, we're doing alright for ourselves. So what if, we're wanted for various counts of credit card fraud, and in my case, breaking and entering? We got bags of money. Crazy, crazy bags of money. Now I want to do my tailoring again. I did like my bunker suits. Everything was going well until the CCS struck. You could say that about a lot of things. I want to get really juiced up before I'm... Maybe if I get hacking to 200. And then you just really need a high computer skill. And I want a high disguise and a high security. You're going to need that to have any hope of breaking into Intelligence HQ. No park murder. That's not this fucking playthrough, damn it. Yeah, I had... Give me a sec. Hold on, folks. Are you fucking kidding me? What kind of arch-conservative world is this? First the name of that Supreme Court justice, and now this? Are you sure this is a nightmare? This doesn't sound like a nightmare, that's pretty fucking tell her to me! Well, anyway. That was a moment. Why the fuck am I even wearing this headset? I'm not having any music or sound play through it anyway. Habit. You know what isn't habit? What kind of arch-conservative name is that? That's not how arch-conservatism works! You pick names like Howie Reasoner. You don't pick names like Mumtaz Africa. You fucking people don't understand shit! Fucking name generator! In my day, name generators made sense! You fucking had a name and you went, oh! And you could tell his political alignment based on the name. Mumtaz Africa! How the hell is that arch-conservative? Don't you even start with any sort of like progressive society or tolerance of bullshit. That is the antithesis of the nightmare! It's what I'm fighting! It's what I'm trying to fight the liberal crime squad! Son of a bitch! Get out of my face! Anyway. Oh, that's where it fell. You got to see some grim booty there. How about that? Clad in jeans as it is. let's continue with our regularly scheduled Liberal Crime Squad, shall we? I'm sure you folks wrote amazing things in the chat. Mumtaz Africa brand All-American. All right. I know you have a mountain to climb in order for your name to be Mumtaz Africa, and you make it here to the Supreme Court. That's pretty amazing. And for women to make it here too, that's incredible. Rochelle, Janet, Beth, Sophia, Leslie might be. Leslie could be a male name as well. Anyway, where was I? Right, I was making money hand over fist. You know, Crimson Sunrise, at this point, anything's on the table, right? I wanted to tailor. Right. I was debating on how I wanted to handle the whole Conservative Crime Squad. The earlier I get rid of them, the better. Because I can't really teach myself gun skills unless I get someone who has gun skills. And have them teach people. I was doing well with luring firemen. The CCS just, 86 to that plan? Alright, anyway. You know what, I'll think about it while I make more money. There we go. Oh, Leslie Mendez is Sure. That doesn't seem like an arch-conservative spelling. What the hell do I know, right? Oh, shit. Make clothing. I want you to make a black robe. I want you to make a clown suit. I want you to make a cheap dress. I want you to make a cheap suit. I want you to make a lab coat. No, no. I want you to make a cheap suit. A cheap dress, rather. And I want you to make... police uniform. We have bags of money now. We'll give that a month and we'll see where the skills stand. That was fun. Yeah. Okay. Let's head on to making different clothes. Make a cheap suit for me. Why don't you make... black suit that's nearly impossible for you. You can make cheap suit. Gary, I think I'm still going to leave you with that as well. Your tailoring's also maxed out. So actually, since your tailoring's maxed out, just go ahead and go back to raising money that way. Manuel, go ahead and make a police uniform. Jennifer, Go back to stealing credit card numbers. That'll be fine. We'll give it some time. That much time. Oops. No. Make clothing. Black suit. Tyrone. I'm going to want you to start trying to make anti-fire bunker gear. I might throw the fire retardation under the bus, come to think of it. We might settle for just some strong armor. Anti-fire bunker gear would be a start, though. Why don't we just try for something that'll be expensive. So just go ahead and do a black suit as well. Agatha, how we looking here? Cheap suit. Unwell. And I'm feeling good enough, and since I haven't been interrupted at all, which I was expecting the possibility of that, I think we can go for a little bit longer. Haven't been really reading chat that much, but I have been busy. Let's go for a bid here. Kendale Street Crack House. Good job taking down the crackheads. People wasting materials of all kinds. Whatever. Losing bags of money, but I have bags of money to spare. Tailoring is now maxed out. Oh, damn. I almost want to open up the code again. It's been a few years since I've done that. I can't remember which armor is better. I think the army body armor is better than the tactical SWAT armor, but I think the tactical SWAT armor has a few advantages over the army armor. Whether it's like greater arm protection or head protection, I can't recall. Damn. Regardless, that is pretty pricey. Why don't we just settle for... We'll settle for the anti-fire bunker gear for now. Yes. Make sure we have that stuff, and then we can go on from there. Make sure I have 6 full sets of that. Looks like we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good luck finding it in all this crap, right? Okay, that's 6 sets of that. Now I want you folks to try making... By evil men. We'll try that. I don't expect that to really get anywhere. Oh, we actually made a set of it. Oh, we made 2 sets. 2 first-rate sets. How about that? Not bad. We're gonna stop that now. And, head back to stealing credit card numbers. Well, you are going to head out all on your lonesome to Pawn and Gun. We're going to sell selectively. Don't need the clothes. I'll keep one of those suits as backup. I dislike doing this selectively since there's so many things to sell. But there are some of these suits I'd like to keep without having to go through the whole process of making them again. Just in case. Who knows when I might want a thing. The numbers and brackets, if you didn't realize, are the quality of the disguise. First rate, second rate, third rate, fourth rate. I, of course, want the highest quality stuff to use for the purposes of disguising, or in the case of armor, as armor. Death Squad uniforms. Those might be useful at some point. An opportunity, or whatever. Okay. That gives me enough money to buy some guns. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Clips. I don't care about counting them out specifically this time. We'll buy that many. Cool. We have some spares. Alright. That's a good place to take a break. Yes. Break time. I will keep the broadcast going for a bit longer. Maybe another half hour. Maybe an hour. I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to continue playing this game, though. Just made sure to save the game in case of crash. I'll get something to drink. Run my air conditioner for a bit. Stop the local recording.